Well, Russ, well done. Obviously, on a disappointing run prior to last weekend, but that was a fair way to end it.
Yeah, it was. I think we mentioned today after the Fylde game, which was really disappointing afternoon, we kind of pressed the reset button a bit, went back to basics. And although we didn't get the points we wanted after those two games, I thought the performances were getting there. And it was topped off last week, an excellent performance where we were ruthless and back to our best.
Yes, you'd said, to be fair, the previous two times I've been here that it was coming, the performance levels were getting better.
Yeah, Spennymoor was really good away, good performance. Brackley was very similar, could have got a point there. And then surely we threw a couple of points away, albeit not being at our best. So the signs were there, and the confidence hasn't lasted. The non-confidence hasn't lasted too long. So it was all good. We ticked a lot of boxes last Saturday, and hopefully that could be the turning point going into the end of the season.
And presumably two of the boxes that were ticked, obviously you rediscovered your goal scoring touch, and you kept a clean sheet.
Yeah, I just think for our forward players, they hit their numbers and their stats, which they always go on about, and I think, you know, those four up top, along with the players who are backing them up, are a pivotal piece of what we're trying to do this season. And you know, they all contributed really well last week, and you know, long may it continue.
We're heading into April now, obviously, so always that's the home straight, isn't it, really?
Yeah, we are, and you know what, we're delighted we're in the mix, and you know, we're pushing for things, and it's great. It's been a fantastic season, but you know, we're not done yet. We've got loads to achieve, and we've got 9 games that we're trying to win every game. And you know, it's to what we've done this season and to still be around it is great testament to the group.
I know it's never over till it's over, as they say, but realistically, it's third place the target?
It's got to be. I think, yeah, we are realistic, and you know, the month that we've had has pushed Gateshead and Brackley further away from us. But we have to stay in the game, and we have to stay in the playoffs and be in the mix of it for as long as we can. So by doing that, we've got to perform every game, and if we do that, we've got a great chance of winning these games.
And of course, the higher up you finish, the better it is when you get to those playoffs.
Yeah, and you know, that's what we're pushing for. We want home ties, but let's get in there first and get in there as quick as we can, and then we can start planning hopefully going forward.
Next up then, it's Bradford Park Avenue away.
Yeah, tough game, I say it all the time, but they've just drew to the leaders away from home, defended really well, beat Blythe, you know, the week before, so they're coming on the back of 2 results on a 4G surface with the weather expected. You know, it's got to be horses for courses, and we really got to have some men in the team next Saturday. But we'll go there full of confidence, knowing that if we can perform, we'll have a good chance of getting what we want from the game.
The 4G, is that a major factor now, or are players becoming increasingly used to playing on that sort of surface?
I think they're getting used to it. We've had a good couple of games on there this year with the FA Cup games and Gloucester away, so it's no excuse for us. It's just different to what you're used to. So you know, we've been fortunate that we've trained at Redditch this week, so to get used to the surface a little bit. So I thank them, and so we're preparing right.
And in terms of your squad, how are you looking for the Bradford game?
As always, there's niggles every Thursday. It's very annoying, to be honest, because you know, you lose one and then you get one back and you lose another one. But I think that's just part and parcel of the league this year. Everyone's got their own injuries, and especially going into the latter part of the season, there's a lot more niggles. So we've got to manage and tailor these bodies, because I just want a full fit squad to choose from. So no major concerns, but we'll see how we are going into Friday.
I absolutely accept that 4G pitches are a lot better than they used to be in the old Queen's Park Rangers day and Luton, for example. But if someone's carrying a niggle, is that a factor when you know you've got a 4G pitch coming?
Depends what part of the body is, to be honest. You know, if it's joints, then probably yes. If it's muscle, then no. But I just think we have to take care with the squad size we've got now going into each game. You don't want to lose one body for the sake of 3, like we did with Cliff at Spennymoor. We forced him back a little bit because we had to, and then we lost him for the next 4 games. So we've learnt a little bit from that. But what I always say, it's you take each game as it comes, and the next game is the most important. So I just want to pick my best team.
What's Cliff's situation at the moment?
He's back training.
That's good news. Is he available for selection?
Could be, depends on other bodies. So, you know, we've had Nathan Cameron and Cliff Moyle back training this week, which is great for us, but it depends on who else is available going into Saturday. So obviously don't want to say too much, but nothing's major anyway, so that's a positive. If someone does miss a game, it'd be 1 game only.
You mentioned obviously Bradford Park having a decent defensively, going to Gateshead and getting that result. What about them going forward? What do you expect there?
Well, they got the lad on loan from Notts County Knight who was there before, very quick, sharp, and when they do defend well, they're only one clearance away from going 80 yards up the pitch, so we have to be really resolute to that and knowing the game plan. But it's about us again. It's how we move the ball quick and how we pose that threat going forward, which, you know, we've scored the second most goals in the league this season, so we've got to do what we do best.
Final point, I don't expect this to be a problem at all, really, because you've kept the focus all season. You had the cup run and all that sort of thing, and never took your eye off the ball collectively. But there's no danger that perhaps the odd player or two might think, well, we're as good as in the playoffs now, so it's about focusing on that and kind of getting ahead of themselves?
No, I don't think so. I'll slap it out of them if that's the case, because we have got something to play for. You want to finish as high as you possibly can because it has a big effect on what happens in the playoffs. But first and foremost, let's get in there first. I think in the previous month we might have took our eye off the ball a bit, but certainly not the last couple of games now.